Take 5. Disclaimer. These are my opinions only. Do not take anything I say as fact. Please look for yourself. And also, I swear, I fucking did it! You wouldn't believe. Anyways, right? So, today I've just watched a video that was like Pfizer's come out and said something and blah, 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 blah. And it reminded me of a video that this video here. I'm like, literally, I should do this video. I've planned this video for at least a week, basically. Shit's happening in my life that is taking me right out of my comfort zone. A comfort zone that I've been in for over 30 years, right? Last year, I was yanked out of that comfort zone. And in 2019, I lost my mum as well. It's like, you know, like, I don't even know what fucking planet I'm on at the minute. But basically, what's happened is that, and a lot of it, as with most things in my world, I'd love it. You know, like, what I'd love more than anything, if somebody went, tell me more about what you learn in your dreams. That would be that's my wish fulfillment. I'm putting it out there into the fucking void. It's like, yeah, cosmic ordering, mate. I want somebody in my world who goes, what the fuck happened? How do you know this shit? Like, tell me, because I'm genuinely interested. That 2023, I have faith, right? I put out my cosmic order. Let's find out. Anyways, right, for this past year, I've been like in my sleep and whatever, as that's how I work. And like I say, like, no, like, well, if you follow my YouTube channel and have done from the beginning, well, you're me. But it's like, if you've seen all of my videos, you're me. Woo! Go on, carry it out. Yeah, but what has happened to me over this past year, and mainly, as with everything, it's been through sleep. So it's like, I've been reminded of who I used to be in my old incarnations, right? It's like the Carrie-Anne that you see before you now is not the Carrie-Anne that was fucking nothing like. I ain't the Carrie-Anne I ain't 5-year-old Carrie-Anne or 10-year-old Carrie-Anne. Like, literally, because we all grow, we all evolve. Even if we don't change, if we decide to not make any level ups, and, well, actually, I suppose really then those people stay the same. But I've not been the same my whole fucking life. It's like somebody will, like, not see me for 5 years and go, whoa, who the fuck are you? That kind of fandango. Anyways, I've been reminded in my sleep and through daily things, but mainly in my sleep, of all the different things I've done in my life that I'm quite good at. Last night, for example, conflict resolution. Something, I used to live in a refuge. I wasn't put into a women's refuge. I got into circumstances where my only way of getting out of the situation I was in, monetarily wise, in a house. It turns out they said that I was in a refuge, and I ain't saying it was anybody's fault, mine or his. Takes many a turn to twist in a screw. That fucking sounded wrong. What the fucking hell am I chatting all of this shit for? So basically, that is one of the many things that's happened to me in my life that isn't a part of my life now. All of the breakups I've ever had, for example. The twice that I was I wasn't Miss Echo. I was Echo Personality Girl. They changed the name of the competition because of my personality. It's a genuine thing. It actually happened. Bill Maynard, I made him spit out his drink. He said, she's one of the funniest people that I've ever come across, and she'd be wasted if she didn't go on the stage. Here I am, 30 years later, and 30-something years later, and never did. I was wasted. I have wasted myself. That's fine. That's not what I was born to be. I don't even know what I was born to be, but something will happen. But anyways, right, case in point. One thing that I did do that I've just not shared, I don't share generally because I forget that it ever happened to me, is I did actually used to work for a pharmaceutical company. Now, the hilarious thing about it was I worked in numbers, right? Now, I don't do numbers. Anybody who knows me knows that I don't do numbers. Since I put myself on the experiment, I don't do numbers on purpose, right? That's other people's job. That's professionals. Leave it in the hands of the professionals, like Carol Vorderman and Ian said it. That's the way I've always said it. Like, literally, just leave it in the hands of... There are people who do numbers, like, that ain't me, right? So, I basically used to do that. I used to sit there at a little thing, and I used to move stock around for a pharmaceutical company. I used to work in numbers. Well, I used to work in planning, but my job was moving pharmaceutical products around in a business. And it is weird looking back on it now. But technically, I should still be there. I started out as a temp, right? And then I got on really well there, and I became part of the family, and they gave me a permanent job. But then they moved me, and then they had to work in the part where they actually, you know, all the sterile shit, where it's, you know, like masks and gloves and sucking out the air of a room before you go in and all of that kind of fandango. And it was all underground. There were no windows, and I just couldn't fucking hack it. It was too fucking depressing down there. And so I left and I went to work at a radio station. But that's by the by, right? I did work for a pharmaceutical company, and so there are certain things about working in a pharmaceutical company. I ain't going to say which one it is. Like, it's not Pfizer. It's not that kind of thing. It's not anything that you'd think. Although, if I said it, like you'd know what I'm on about. But they're not in the, as far as I know, they ain't in the race for the, you know, like they're not doing any trials. They're not participating in any trials is all I can say. But when I worked there, literally, it's the best job I've ever had. It was amazing. And nobody there. It's like, literally, you don't see, with any other job you go into, you see a turnover of staff. Not in this place. Oh, no. They got a subsidised cafe, right? So I'd go down, I'd get a fucking, every morning of my 5-day week, I'd go down there, I'd start work, and then I'd go down there for breakfast after I'd started work, and I'd have like 2 slices of toast, buttered, right? But I'd have, like, they piled the bacon in there as well. Sorry, vegan people, right? Bacon, fried onions in a buttered toast, 2 slices of buttered toast. Oh my fucking God. And that was before I started work in the morning. Like, literally, nobody ever left this place. They got their own fucking, I'm sorry, right, okay. I have to mention David now. Now, I went out with this dude. No, I didn't go out with him. I went in with him into his cottage. This pharmaceutical company paid for this dude to rent a cottage. This little tiny 1-bedroom cottage. It was gorgeous. He was gorgeous. Let's call him David, for 'tis his name, right? Looked like a young Sean Connery. Oh my God, he was divine. He was model gorgeous. You know, the inverted triangle shits, hairy chest. He was perfect. He was like, oh no, oh, everybody says I've got slab teeth because his teeth were fucking perfect. Oh, everybody says I've got slab. Oh, mate, fuck off. Like, literally, the bloke was amazing. He worked in sales, right? So I got to, because we're talking 30 years ago. So, like, I was stick thin back then, and I wasn't this uneasy on the eye. So it's like, and they worked, like, most people have been there. You do not leave this company. You start with this company. The perks are fucking amazing. And you slip into a fucking family. I loved it. I loved all of that. I don't have contact with any of them since I've left. Maybe that's because everybody's all over you like a cheap suit when you're in that company, and when you're not, it's like, oh shit, that's not stay mates. They fucking knew what we're doing now, right? Anyways, me and David, we had our thing going on, but him and another guy called Dean, who was a manager, like, in the sales. These guys worked in sales, I should say. So, like, there's me over one side of the building, and there's people who are just churning through every day. And what got us through our day were things like a subsidised canteen, and the camaraderie and the friendship and the amazing perks within the company. The pay was amazing. You know, like, and you got this family thing. They got, like David, part of the reason. It's not the reason he got that body. He was only young, bless him. I was even younger. But it's like they got a squash court and things like this. You know, like they got a you know, like oh fuck it, why can't I even think of the word? You know, like a party place, them kind of things. But they got places that were dedicated to the fun of their staff. That's probably the best way to put it, right? So, like, everybody had got somewhere that they could go and do some fitness on this big old fucking campus that, like, contained staff job places and stuff like this. But also there was places to have fun, and a lot of the shit was subsidised and whatever. And everybody who worked there was fucking amazing. Didn't meet one bastard in the whole fucking company. One of my friends, Bob, bless him, he wore the same suit for 30 years. And you could tell when you looked at him, when he turned up in the morning in his suit, the same, always clean as a whistle, whether he had to, I don't know, I can't remember. Like I say, we're going back 30 years. I hope he's all right. Because they'll have told these people, oh, if only I'd have kept mates with them, do you know what I mean? Anyways, like, this is part of what I'm saying. David, and Dean, and whatever, and, like, being a part of the other side, you had to, you know, like, over the other side of the building was a completely different fucking animal. Where the salespeople worked, completely fucking different animal. their company cars, completely different fucking animal. They'd got their little fucking pens and their post-it notepads and their fucking, you know, like this, that and the other to go and give out to the doctors. Oh, here you go, look, take our drugs. Take these drugs, sign up to they're salespeople. Salespeople who say to a doctor, buy our drugs and not their drugs. And the doctors choose the salesperson that they trust the most, or that has the better fucking post-it notepads, or that just fucking has a smile, or like the best deal or whatever. That's the pharmaceutical company. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I do know what I'm on about because I have lived this. This is one of the many things that happened to me, with me, at me. Like, before ever I knew that there was hope wrong with the world. You know, like, I have done fucking work for charity, and I have worked for a pharmaceutical company, and I have worked in the fucking media. Like, I do know what I'm fucking on about, and I think that everything that's happened to me over these years has been to bring me to this particular point that I've been in for God knows how long, because since I found Facebook, I've dumbed myself down, and I literally have been doing myself a disservice for that. But the purpose of this video is just to say that, you know, like that whole thing before Christmas where it's like, oh, you know, like, oh, Daddy, is Santa real? Well, of course he is. Imagine how many people would have to be in on it. And it's that kind of thing. It's like, well, of course your doctor is giving you drugs for your benefit. And that's not truth. And I've known this forever, because I used to work for a pharmaceutical company where the richest people being paid there were the sales guys, because it was the sales people who made the money for the company. It had got fuck all to do with healthcare. It was all about the almighty dollar. And so, yeah, I just wanted that said, basically, because like I say, I'm in a particular place, and my dreams are at the minute just going, do you remember this? You know, like, this is why you're here. This is what's going on with you, girl. These things that have happened to you before, your backstory is why you're here now. And you just keep on telling the world what you feel you need to say, because tomorrow I might get run over by a bus. So I want to make sure that everything that I leave in YouTube, on social media, everywhere, is something that somebody can one day come along, look at and go, fucking hell. It weren't about her. She wasn't a fucking up her own arse, fucking attention-seeking slag. Look at her. She ain't nasty. She was just there for us. One day. And if it's not in my lifetime, I'm happy with that. I just need to have this written down. And right now, all of the things that have happened to me in my life are being brought to my attention in my sleep. That has to be for a reason. So I'm trusting. Wrong finger. I'm trusting my guys. My fucking all to be leading me in the right direction. And I shall speak to you soon, and I love you loads, and thank you for sitting with me through my ramblings. If you have made it to this and you're not already subscribed to me, please subscribe to me. And if I make sense, then your badge and your certificate are in the post. Give me your deets and I'll send it to you. I love you all. Bye.